Hello, hello. I'm more or less starting into my winter holidays now, so finally time to catch up on a couple of games. First of all, I want to play The Block. And you know, if I play these, might as well record it for YouTube, because I don't know, maybe some of you enjoy watching me play and ramble about this. So this is the new game from Paul, so the guy I'm making Thronefall with. If you're following the devlogs on my main channel, you probably know about Paul. And he just released this city builder here, and it is marketed as the smallest city builder, the world's smallest city builder. So basically, all you do in this game is you place stuff. That's pretty much it. So it's more or less a digital toy, I guess is what you call this. There's not even really much game here, but it's just quite juicy and fun to interact with, and also it's very relaxing. Boom, boom. It has very satisfying sound design. And interesting to know about this game is that the creator Paul made this game in like 4 weeks. I spent a little more time after that, but basically, yeah, pretty much entire development time was probably 4, 5, 6 weeks, something like that. So extremely tiny project, especially for like a solo project. Like a couple of weeks is basically nothing, right? It took me 4 years to make Will You Snail, so 4 weeks or even 6 weeks is an extremely impressive development cycle. And there's a little bit more to see in this game. There are different tile sets, so every time you play you'll get slightly different blocks to place, so all of your cities can be a little different. And the cool thing about this is that really no matter how you place stuff, it always kind of looks good. Like these blocks, they just fit together really nicely. And once you complete the block, you get a juicy, rewarding sound effect, and then you can either probably play again. If you just press R, it restarts. Or you can also choose a different size. For example, if you don't have much time, you can also just build an extremely tiny block. So quite juicy, you can take screenshots and so on and so forth. For now I think I wanna build really big one. And then also try to actually build something nice. One thing I'm not entirely sure about now that I see is that it always starts by placing one tile in the middle. But what if I don't like that tile? One thing you can also do if you don't like the tile that's up next is you can skip the tile with the right mouse button. So even though it's very minimalist, you actually do have quite a bit of control over what you want to build next. You can see here you can just cycle through basically 3 different things: towers, houses, and streets. I think I want to start out with a street. Build a nice little street in the middle here. And in a cool way, it kind of removes some annoying decisions that you don't have to make, right? Because you just, somebody's basically placing a tile in your hand, and it's just like, put it down somewhere where you think this would fit. So that way it kinda avoids decision paralysis. Okay, got a little gap in the wall here. Otherwise traversing the city is gonna get quite annoying. And so basically this game is intentionally putting some restrictions on how you can build stuff. So for example, as mentioned, the fact that you always get a predefined tile to place is one thing. Like there's a workaround now. But you know, it still kind of eliminates a decision for you. You don't have to use the right mouse button if you don't want to. Also, you can only place buildings next to each other. So for example, I can't place the tower here, which at the moment, honestly, I would like to do. But that's also You know, everything comes with advantages and disadvantages. In a way, having more limited building options also makes decisions easier in a way. And as this is meant to be a relaxing toy to play with, you really don't want to be overwhelmed with too many decisions. I entirely see why Paul went with that. One of the most difficult things with a game like this is always the expectation management. Because as you might imagine, if somebody just downloads this from Steam and is like, oh cool, looks like a nice city builder, and then figures out that there's basically no point system, no high score, no levels, no nothing, then obviously that person's gonna be quite disappointed. But if you communicate very clearly and transparently what the game is, then sure, some people might not download it, but at the very least the people who do download it like know what they're getting themselves into, and your ratings on Steam will also be a lot better that way. So this is something Paul always takes or pays a lot of attention to, like the expectation management side of things with his games. He made another minimalist game before this, which was called The Block. No, not The Block, The Ramp, sorry, The Ramp, which was a minimalist skateboarding game, which was similar to this, basically just a minimalist city builder toy. Sorry, what am I talking about? A minimalist skating game was The Ramp. Seems like I can't focus on too many things at once. There we go. Have a nice street through the middle. I want more street. Give me more street tiles. Oh yeah. And the ramp actually sold surprisingly well, but the ramp was actually even a little bit of a bigger project, because the ramp had 4 different levels to skate around in. Like, just like in the block, in the ramp there are no points, there are no challenges, nothing you have to accomplish, so you basically have to make up your own goals, more like a toy. But still the development time for the ramp was quite a bit longer than for the block. So in a way I think this is also an experiment from Paul, how simple you can make these games before they stop selling and before they stop attracting an audience. And I have a feeling he might have reached that breaking point with the block, but you don't really know if you don't try it, if you know what I mean. For what it's worth, I really enjoy this game. I very much like it. Like the game's super cheap as well, you know, it's like $2. So basically cheaper than a coffee nowadays with the inflation and all that stuff. So very, very affordable game and very fair price for what it is. And it's just very satisfying to can build this stuff very quickly, and whatever you press it always just kind of looks nice. I really like it. I kind of want more flat tiles. Maybe one of the things, I mean there are already different tile sets, right? Every time you start this game you kind of get a different tile set, and I think I want to see more tile sets, so I think I'm gonna fill this up a little faster now. Have a pretty road in the middle there. And this still looks kind of good. I kind of want more flat tiles, to be honest. So what I was wondering is, besides having different tile sets, maybe it would have been cool to also have different like different quantity distributions, or however you want to call it. So maybe sometimes you get a lot of street tiles, maybe sometimes you get a lot of towers. So basically some meta randomization. At the moment you only have that micro randomization where every time you click you get a new tile, a new random tile. But I wonder if it would have been cool where every time you start a new match, like the amount of of a certain tile you get all the changes. Maybe that could have been interesting. Or maybe that is even the case, who knows? I'm only just playing my second game. I mean, I've played a little bit on an earlier test version. Paul is really good at finding these simple art styles that still look quite pretty. Because we gotta be honest, it's a very pretty game for how quickly it was made. And for Thronefall as well. Thronefall 2 looks kinda pretty if you compare it to how quickly it was made. Kind of difficult to see in here sometimes. I really would like the city to be a bit fluffier. Not have so many high houses. And yeah, maybe that is actually just the tiles that I'm working with at the moment. We gotta play a couple more short matches after this and see what happens if we play with some different tile sets. And now, now I'm in an awkward spot because I'm not sure where I'm still lacking a tile. Because clearly I'm not done yet, huh? Oh, you can also rotate with the mouse. Okay, that's cool. Well, I think there's a gap somewhere, but I can't find it. Probably hidden from each angle. Okay, so let's play on the small thingy for a couple of times and just see how many different tile sets we can find. So here we have a similar tile set, just with a different color scheme. And this time we also have these small houses. I'm not sure if we even had those in the last match we played, to be honest. Ooh, and we do get a lot more flat tiles. Quite a lot more, actually. Maybe that's pure coincidence. I like it. Actually, I like these small ones kind of better. They look more interesting and more unique. Oh, let's play the small ones a bit more. Yeah, the big map was not my favorite, gotta be honest. These small ones are kinda more satisfying to fill up. Also feels like each decision you make matters a lot more on these smaller ones, because you're filling up more space with each click, if that makes any sense. Now it feels like I'm building this really cool cathedral church thingy here. Hell yeah, I love that. I really like the color scheme of this one, gotta be honest. Looks very nice. Even a bit wintry. Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah. These cute little markets. Oh, hell yeah. We get to build some skyscrapers. How cool is that? And a really nice market in front of them. Lovely, lovely. And there would also be great potential to expand the game with more tiles, more tile sets. We'll see, maybe Paul will do that, maybe not. Like, Paul is not... I really enjoy making content for games. Paul is more like he enjoys making the games, but not so much making the content. So in a way we work well together that way. Okay, these have a little bit of a different roof, I think. Or do they? I think we've seen this tile set before. But nice colors. Pretty! yeah, obviously this is not something you could play for very long, and I'm not gonna play it for very long either. I just wanted to check out the release version really quick. Gotta say, it's quite juicy, it's quite fun. You know, that's something you gotta be aware of. A game can both be like, it's not fun if you play it for hours and hours, but it can be still very fun in small bursts. So for anybody who's not super focused on having hours and hours and hours of playtime in your game, this might be a great game. And as mentioned, super cheap on Steam, so if this looks cool to you, if this looks something that could help you relax after a stressful day of work, then maybe think about picking this up on Steam. Can recommend. Alright, and I gotta catch up on some more video games now that, yeah, will probably be released in the couple of days on this channel here as well. I still gotta play Dance Assembly and Choo Choo Charles, for example, so let's go ahead and do that. See you next time.